What's up everybody, Chase here with Everett Chevrolet. First video of 2025. Today it is January 2nd, and we thought what better way to start off the new year with some Equinoxes. So right here we have the Equinox EV 2024, and we have a 2025 Equinox ICE. Yep, so that is gonna be powered by a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, putting out about 175 horsepower. And your 0 to 60 is in 7 seconds. This is a front wheel drive model, RS and RS. Now comparably, the EV takes the win because this is an all-wheel drive model. Yes, our only all-wheel drive Equinox, and it puts out about 288 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. It puts this car to shame. However, a little bit sportier, a little bit lower, you have more ground clearance in this one. So let's compare the insides. Now on the inside of the Equinox, we have a totally refreshed interior. We have an 11-inch display screen with Google built in, as well as an 11-inch driver information center. It looks nearly identical to the Equinox setup over there, as well as all Chevys. They are actually having this unanimous driver infotainment system, and it's actually flawless. It's perfect to work with, and I love it actually. Apple CarPlay is still actually available on these newer models right now. As of right now, I don't know when that's gonna stop, but if you're interested in a Chevy with Apple CarPlay like I am, and I'm sure other iOS users are, come and get these now because Apple CarPlay will not be available forever. And speaking of phones, this is my favorite feature, is your wireless phone charger is mounted right here conveniently. You also have extra storage as well as a USB and USB-C charger. This works flawlessly, and that is one thing you're gonna be missing on the EV. Let's go check it out. So now we are in the inside of this 2024 Chevrolet Equinox 2 RS. Now, this is outfitted with the Super Cruise option. That is General Motors driver assistance technology, which is going to give you access to self-driving or assisted driving on over 300,000 roads. That is amazing and growing by the month. You have a larger 17-inch infotainment screen as well as an 11-inch driver information center, again identical to the Equinox ICE engine. This is outfitted with the convenience package as well. The only thing you are missing from this one is the sunroof. Now, you're not gonna be missing that too much because you have a lot to play with the power, with the self-driving features. This is much more smoother, quieter, and better in every single way than that ICE engine, and they are the same model. Although they are the same model, they are built from the ground up entirely different. General Motors has invested millions of dollars into giving you a completely electric vehicle and not just throwing in a battery into an ICE car. Now, one thing worth noting on the Equinox EV is that there is no wireless cell phone chargers on any trim available. That is one of my biggest complaints because this is my favorite EV that General Motors makes. It's also the cheapest and entry-level option into General Motors EV lineup. So instead of a wireless charger anywhere around here, you're just gonna get a little spot to place your phone and plug it up via the 2 USB-C chargers right here. Now, that might be a plus if you're a big fan of that and not a big fan of wireless chargers. Other manufacturers seem to have problems with their wireless chargers, and if you would just rather have a USB-C, I completely understand. Now, this is outfitted with the forward collision alert and all these safety features that come with the convenience and technology package on this. So comparably, this RS and that RS have the same features, all except for the sunroof. You get features like ambient lighting and a few other fancy things in an EV that you wouldn't get. Let's talk about them outside. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder motor. It makes 27 miles per gallon, and it has a 15-gallon fuel tank just under, so giving you about a 400-mile range. Now, this being the all-wheel drive version of the Equinox RS, it only gets about 285 miles of range. However, that is not an issue whenever you take into account the small battery size, which is a benefit. Let me explain. This 85 kilowatt hour battery pack is capable of 150 kilowatt hour per hour charging, which is going to give you a full charge in around 4 to 5 hours on the fastest charger. So that about wraps up our video on the Equinox versus Equinox. If you are in the market for an EV versus a regular ICE engine, you might want to take a look at this first because performance-wise, it beats it in every step of the way. It is going to save you a ton on fuel. Even though this makes up to 27 miles per gallon, it may not be right whenever you have such a small commute. If you have charging available to you, it's a lot more convenient than you might think. This will tell you get up to $800 a year in fuel savings. You might even get more if you end up driving more. Now, this is going to start out at $49,000, and this is the top of the line Equinox RS. It is all-wheel drive. Most start with just front-wheel drive trims. This Equinox ICE is available in an all-wheel drive platform. It actually has an active trim, which is stunning on the inside. It's worth checking out if you're interested in a gas-powered. I wish they had the active trim on this, otherwise this would be the 100% purchase buy. However, it is worth considering if you're looking into all-wheel drive and a more all-terrain setup. It comes with all-terrain tires, all-wheel drive, and 8-speed transmission rather than the CVT in these. And the CVT in these keeps up with this. It is peppy, it's fast, no complaints from people. Now this does start out at $37,890. If you are interested in something like this, please stop by our Hickory or our Morganton lot. We have enough ICE and EV engines to go around. So check them out and we'll be waiting for you there.